Welcome to Arizona Decodes. As I break down local stories out here in Arizona, and by break down, I mean I'm a decoder, right? So I think this is the world stage, and these stories are scripted, and these are all actors playing roles. However, they ended up in the positions they did, we may never know, right? But I believe the world is a stage. This is all theater. This is all distraction. This is all a show. Look at this is U of A, the University of Arizona, and this is a star basketball player on the team. Their nickname's the Wildcats. You can see this is Channel 9 KGUN. I think that might say ABC Tucson, whatever the news article or news station or whatever. But fans react to Arizona basketball's 17-0 start. To be honest, I didn't even know that college basketball was going on, for one. And I wasn't even familiar with this guy, but apparently this guy's a really good player. Okay, this is he's such a good player. I don't have his name memorized, okay? His name is it's Jaden is the first name, and his last name is Bradley. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, and they've had another game since then. So and they won, so they're 18-0 now. Okay, this is just a video of this guy right here is talking about Jaden Bradley, because apparently he was on Alabama's basketball team, and I guess Arizona acquired him. But let's hear what this guy has to say, I guess, speaking of the impact of this player.
Alabama point guard and ex-Arizona Wildcat recruit Jaden Bradley has made the right decision and is now coming to the University of Arizona. He will be a sophomore this coming year, should pair very nicely with Kylan Boswell in the backcourt, have a little bit of a two-point guard look right there, and he gives you a little bit of insurance in case Kylan Boswell goes off to the NBA. Bradley is a really, really nice get for Arizona in that he can defend, he can score, and he can assist a little bit. Don't look at the not playing a ton at Alabama this past year, as that Alabama was probably the most talented team in the country. This is a nice get for Tommy Lloyd, and I would expect Jaden Bradley to start in the backcourt with Kylan Boswell for this coming season.
Yeah, so just from my experience with viewing sports in my life, that's probably a good fit for Arizona coming from the Alabama team. They might have had some more stars on the Crimson Tide, so he probably fits in nicely with Arizona. And this guy's saying that Jaden Bradley is kind of like a point guard. So this is cool that I pulled this up right here. Arizona and Alabama, both of the states start with A. And I threw Arkansas in there as well. AR. We know all of this stuff is with the language, huh? So I think that's cool right there. And I may do like the shapes of the states. They're kind of similar in a way. Isn't that interesting? Look at Alabama and Arkansas. Man, that's very interesting. Maybe if it's just a different direction. Isn't that? I may have to do a separate decode, but you can see these three states they all look kind of similar. That's interesting, huh? And how do we verify this? Other than this is what they tell us, like the how the shape is or the layout of the state, and where the borders are. Isn't that amazing though? So I put that question mark there because they all start with A. I've noticed other connections with these states in other decodes where you know there may be two teams playing each other. But I put that pick in there because that's interesting, and that could be something to look at going forward right there. And as I mentioned, this stuff is with the language, so you get 3 A's right there. Just as I'm recording this organically, um, I can't think of other states right now. Uh, so since it is organic, let's go over here. What about Alaska? Is Alaska a U.S. state? You see that right there? Bam. Google has my back there. Alaska is the largest U.S. state, nicknamed the last frontier. So that's interesting too. But that shape looks totally different right there, huh? But I can't think of any other right now that start with A. Maybe as we go forward. That's interesting that Alaska's the 49th state and Arizona's the 48th state. As I'm looking right there, that's interesting. Okay, but we want to come back over here, okay? So they're now 18-0. Remember, they beat University of Central Florida. So now they're 18-0, okay? So keep that in mind. And I don't think they've had a game since then. We'll probably go look at that box score, but we're focusing on uh, this Jaden character right here, okay? Now notice that Arizona, to become 18-0, they scored 84 points against UCF, the Knights. Arizona equals 84, okay? If you watch these Arizona decodes I do, I think I went longer than a week since the last one. I almost forgot. And all of these are on its own playlist on this channel. But if you watch, you know that Arizona is the 48th state and Arizona equals 84, the reflection. And this stuff hits like freaking every time, just about. You can even cut that in half and you get 42. Arizona equals 42 in the language, okay? But they become 18-0, undefeated, and they scored 84 points, and Arizona equals 84. And I'm going to kind of look at uh, Jaden a little bit here, as I keep forgetting his last name, as I'm still trying to get familiar with him. Okay, so it's Bradley again. You see right there. Check out. Check what are the odds that Arizona is 18-0. His last birthday left 108 days in the year, which is like 18, and it's an 18-week span from that last birthday to the game where they became 18-0. And look at how 18 weeks, 0 days is identical to 18 wins, 0 losses. You you can't deny that. Look at that. I'm out here in the Phoenix area, okay? Mesa to be exact. This, look, this is the Valley of the Sun. Even sun equals 18. Okay? This world's fake. My birthday's 8/18/81. Even these numbers, they just resonate with Arizona. This isn't my system, so it's hard to explain. Notice how the game was on January 17. 1 plus 17 is 18. Okay? Wildcats equals 125 in the reverse cipher. Now, if you drop that span, because if you make that a span, it's 17. Well, without the span, this game 17 weeks, 6 days after his birthday, right? Okay. But with the span, it's 18 weeks, which without the span, that's 125 days. when Wildcats equals 125. I know I said that confusing. But look at that right there. So 125 days after his birthday and Wildcats equals 125. Is that more simple? He's got the Jimmy Butler birthday, a, a famous basketball player, a famous. Notice how they're both born on the 14th, and Jimmy Butler born 14 years before Jaden Bradley. Jimmy's got the J like Jaden. Butler B like Bradley. Come on, man. You want to tell me this stuff isn't fake? You have a Michael Jordan connection because we know about the rumors that Michael Jordan and Jimmy Butler look very similar. Bradley originally grew up in New York. Remember, Michael Jordan was born in New York. Bradley's family moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. Michael Jordan played for North Carolina in college, went on to become like an owner of the Charlotte Hornets. Come on now. Come on. We don't know how Jimmy Butler is connected to Michael Jordan. We know they look similar. Jimmy Butler got drafted by Chicago. So did Michael Jordan. Even Jimmy Butler's got 23 on his jersey. He's played for several teams. He's with the Warriors now. Remember, the Warriors overtook the Chicago Bulls in history with most wins in a season. Jimmy Butler played for the Heat. So did LeBron James, who's connected to Michael Jordan. Remember the guy Harold Miner? Baby Jordan, his nickname. He played for the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler played for the 76ers. Michael Jordan's last game was against the 76ers. Even Jimmy Butler's birthday, 14 plus 9, and Jaden Bradley equals 23. Okay, so we don't know exactly what's going on. You know, they look the same. Jimmy. Don't forget, Michael Jordan's dad's name is James. You could call somebody named James Jimmy as well, kind of like a nickname. But we don't know what's going on. Obviously, the characters have the same intensity. Uh, they give Jimmy Butler like kind of all these weird different hairdos. He even had his hair out like a girl one time. I think that's a distraction because it's duality. Michael Jordan had the bald head. So the hair is kind of like a distraction. That's my opinion. But let's get back to Jaden Bradley here. He's got 0 on his jersey. Notice how the Wildcats are in the Big 12. Remember Michael Jordan wore number 12 for one game in his career? That was on Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day's around the corner, which is interesting. You know, Alabama and Arizona both have red in their jerseys. The Bulls had red. Jordan put the Bulls just in the elite in history. I don't know if they'll ever win an NBA championship again because of all that success. Valentine's Day has the color red associated. Okay? So you can kind of see this script here. And again, Jaden Bradley, his family moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. Notice how it says Bradley was named the 2020 North Carolina Gatorade Player of the Year. Michael Jordan put Gatorade on the map. It says he averaged 23.1 points. There's that 23 that connects to Jordan. Look at how right now Jaden Bradley is age 22. Is that Jimmy Butler up there with the 22 on his jersey for the Miami Heat there? Come on. 22 plus 23 is 45. Michael Jordan came out of retirement wearing 45. Okay? Come on. Right? Didn't his dad die 4 weeks, 5 days after Jordan and the Bulls beat the Suns? out here in Arizona for the third championship, right? So that's a lot of information. You need to soak that up. Notice how Jordan and they're holding up that 17 there when he was owner of the Charlotte. I don't know what that 17 is. I don't know what that's referring to there. But look at the 17. This article, fans react to Arizona basketball 17 and 0 start. Come on, right? And 17 has been popping up. I've been seeing it a lot in the football decodes. We've had some quarterback injuries. Remember, quarterback equals 117, right? Josh Allen has the 17 on his jersey. They just got beat out by the Denver Broncos. You know what? I think NBA equals 17 in the language, as I'm going to show you right here. I don't have here. Let me. NBA equals 17. Look at this. You see that? And today is the 19th. And, this is still kind of trending. NBA has that 19 as well. But there's that 17 with NBA on the fly, okay? Remember, they're 18 and 0 now. Okay? That game was on the 17th when they became 17 and 0. The game before, they beat in-state rival Arizona State by 7 points. You see that right there. And again, here's Jaden Bradley. Did I say how many points he had in that game? I don't think so. Let me scroll down. Right. He had 23 points. Come on, man. Look at that. And that other 23 was an average for one of the seasons where he was Gatorade Player of the Year or whatever. Look at that right there. Look, right under, there's a guy named Braden that rhymes with Jaden. But look, he had 23 points in that game, 32 minutes, 32 the reflection. Come on, man. Let's just scroll down to see if there's, they may have like a Pippin or something on their team or something that rhymes with Pippin. Oh, look, they got Bryce James, LeBron's son. I forgot. He didn't play. Look, I forgot they have Bryce James. Ooh, we just went over the Jimmy James connection. He's got that 6. There's Bryce. I forgot he committed. Look at that, man. I forgot Bryce James committed. LeBron's son. Look at that, man. It's obvious the MJ connection to LeBron. Are you enjoying this? And you see Bronny over there? Man, that's wild. And I think Bryce is actually going to be good. Look at that, man. LeBron's got like who does LeBron look like right there? Like Rick Ross or something? I don't know. But man, this is wild, isn't it? So as you can see, I don't even need to put slides together. Okay? But I showed you those 23s. Arizona Wildcats 230 in reverse. North Carolina 203. Look at the 67 and Bradley, even his full name, both equal 67. Check that out. Now you can see I've noticed other connections with North Carolina more on a personal level with other people I'm aware of in North Carolina as I'm in Arizona. I'm like, that's weird, right? But again, you could see by the numbers this connection here. Okay? Even Jaden Bradley's got 223 like 23. I mentioned that 23 with the birthday, 9 plus 14. You also get 23 numerology with the single digits. That's the last birthday right there. Check that out. And remember, that's the Jimmy Butler birthday. And you see the 23 with Jordan. Don't forget, MJ equals 23. M is the 13th letter, J's the 10th. Add it up, you get 23. Did you catch that Jaden is like Jordan? Jaden. Jordan. And I'm saying Jaden, it makes me think of Jaden Smith, right? So there may be something there as well with the Will Smith connection. Woo, did you enjoy that, man? Gosh. There's other numbers in here. Jaden Bradley with that 223 in reverse. That's the 48th prime number. Michael Jordan's birthday is the 48th day of the year. Jaden Sean Bradley equals 95. Michael Jordan equals 59. So, Jaden's got 101 just like Jaden Bradley. That's the 26 prime number. Jordan equals 26 and 62. Michael Jordan's first game on the 26th of October after the Bulls drafted him. So, Arizona with the 84, remember that's the 48 reflection. So that's some wild stuff, man. Wildcats with 125 right there. Remember LeBron James on January 25th, which is 1/25, passed Kobe on the all-time scoring list. All right, and then Kobe died the next day. Bradley has 122 in reverse. On 1/22, Kobe Bryant had his 81-point game. And don't forget, that anniversary is in a few days. Okay, so you can't get really much more fire than this. Look at the 126-day span from Bradley's birthday to this game. That's Kobe's death date. You see? And then the 18s that we connected. Oh, I don't got a thumbnail with this one. But the 18s that we connected, remember Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81 and that 81-point game. Okay, so completely fire with this decode. Who's the next? How long will this undefeated run last? Who's up next for U of A? Let's see. Oh, okay, let's go back over here. It's right here. Let's go back a few arrows here. That Bryce James connection is wild. Like Wildcats. I don't know who's up next. Let's see. I don't even know how many games are in a season, actually. Oh, let's see. Arizona Wildcats basketball. So let's see. So it looks like they're set to play. Look, an Ohio team when LeBron was born in Ohio. Look at that. The Cincinnati Bearcats. So you have the Wildcats and the Bearcats. Look at that. 121 right there. And look, Arizona ranked number 1. That looks nice. And it looks like they're playing West Virginia after that. Bearcats. You see that right there? So you got the Bearcats taking on the Wildcats. Obviously, it's basketball, but you see that logo right there. So, damn. Did you feel that or what? What's this? It's just going to be an ad or what? Here, let's muscle through this ad and see if we can get some video out of it. Let's see. Oh, man, it looks like it's going to be a brutal ad. Will it let me skip the ad? It won't. Ah, look at that. Ah. Okay, so I ruined that. So we're going to skip that video right there. Fans react to Arizona basketball. Now it's a 18-0 start. So what? Oh, hold on. Hold on. So did that win give them 17? Or what? Man, hopefully I didn't butcher any of that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's go right here. Shout out to you if you're still there. If you're not, hey, this is going to go down in history regardless. So, man, did I destroy that article? No, here it is. So the University of Arizona students shared their excitement as the Wildcats continue their perfect season. You know what? I don't even know. So maybe we will. Maybe we won't know. Maybe we won't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, I did semi mention it earlier. It was Arizona State. So that's amazing that that 7 point victory landed them on 17-0. Oh, and then I misspoke. They became 18-0 with the UCF win. So I misspoke earlier. So that's amazing. It was against in-state rival ASU, synced up with the article. You would think they would have put it right here in the title. React to the 17-0 start following in-state rival victory against ASU. Shout out to y'all. Until next time.